Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Where you at?
Ha, yeah, Tapping in your rats and boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting up fights on the table. Calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shut up, Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandwich. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the string, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the string, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
You get my backup band, the George Porter Trio. Come right in. Here we are. All right, we're good now. There we go. We got the Jazzmen going in the background. I got one or two people coming in here to play the trivia with me. Justin James, Just Frank, BVO, my brother, Lingmark Newts, welcome. Jose Diaz, Slide Encounter, Stone Cold ET. I got a good game I put together. Let me get my head in the right place. Hope you can hear me okay. Let me get this freaking back thing up here a little more. See if this will. Yeah, there we go. Raise my backrest a little bit. Set up a little straighter here. All right. We're gonna talk about bad boys in boxing. But first of all, as I always do, grind up a little flour to fortify. Let's see, what are we gonna fortify this bad boy with? How's about some platinum blonde crumble? Can you see that? Yeah, that's a little nicey concentrate in there. We break off a little piece of this crumble. It comes in, it's a little chunk. Almost looks like a freaking dinosaur's tooth or an arrowhead or something. We break off a little tip of that, crumbled into my freshly ground up herb. Put that back in the container, and we massage that in there nicely. Justin James, I appreciate you in here, bro. Make sure that crumble is nicely distributed in here. That makes this probably about pretty much the best stuff you can be puffing on. Yes, sir, Angel. Everything is good, brother. My wife put together a pizza today. She took all the leftovers, put them on a piece of dough, threw some tomato sauce in there, threw it in the oven. You know, what do we got? Like 4 more days to the end of the month. We'll survive. We'll survive over here. But let's get this. Let's get a few tastes of this fine herb. See if I can get a few people in here before we start the game. My first bong of the day, to be honest with you. Let's see how many. What we need is a little flambe, a little fire. Oh yeah. fruity, earthy, funky. It's always good to do 3 of these things. Do them in a trio form, like a triage kind of a. We'll see if any of the old players come rosing in here, man. For some, I'm going to talk about the bad boys of boxing, the boxers who stepped out of line in the ring, the boxers who crossed the line of the law, who've done time. It should be kind of interesting. You know, you gotta change the topic on these things. You gotta keep it fresh. You can't just keep repeating the same old questions. And it was tough finding questions like this too. You had to do a little bit of research, but research is always a good thing because when you have to look it up, you remember it. And I'm gonna have a lot of memories in here. And one of the memories is don't break the law. At least don't do it in the face of somebody who's gonna bust you for it or make the charges stick, man. We don't want to see that. Incarceration is a nasty thing, man. When that steel door gets closed and there ain't nobody in that room but you and who knows what your cellmate is or what he's in there for, you know, it kind of makes you reassess life's choices. So, man, you know, make some good ones out there. You can't do anything wrong sitting here learning a little bit of very, very hip, cool boxing trivia. There ain't nobody on YouTube that does this, man. You know, we go to all these crazy channels with all this gossip, and they're talking about the same thing day in and day out, and just panels people want to hear themselves talk. I mean, dude, that's like a freaking party line on a phone. Yes, absolutely, Angel. Make better choices. But I got some easy ones to start it off, and then they get progressively harder. And I've never had anybody ace one of my quizzes over here. Well, actually, you got to be here for a while, too. It's 50 questions. And I'm one of those guys who bop around on YouTube. I go from here to there and everywhere. And if I can stay in the same site for over an hour, man, I am definitely one of your loyal fans. But the thing is, man, they don't keep it interesting. You know, you listen to the same old bullshit. And, you know, we want to be entertained and educated and whatever else goes with this YouTube experience here. But yeah, let me bring up this program just to kind of show you what the layout looks like. 36 seconds to the start of it. We'll throw a few questions out there because people usually roll in, and I don't want to hang around all night waiting for people to come in. If they come in, they come in. If they don't, I play by myself. I play it with my smaller amount of watchers out there, and who knows if you ace this, it totally would boggle the mind. That would put you in a whole different category of fight fans, of a boxing historian class, if I can use that word. But let's start this off and see how it goes, man. This is the first question, and here it is, man. Here is the first question. Which boxer was notorious for biting Evander Holyfield's ear during a match? Real simple. 1, Riddick Bowe. 2, Mike Tyson. 3, Lennox Lewis. Or 4, George Foreman. The famous ear-biting incident. I couldn't make it any easier on the first question. So, see what we got. Hey, 2025, step into the arena. Appreciate you coming in here, man. Always do. I don't know if you're a troll or if you're a regular who hangs around, but we always give people wrenches in here. Let's go to your channel. Let's see when your channel was put up. Oh, you don't have any content? You create your channel today. Oh, you're a troll. I can't give you a wrench, man. Must be Mr. Pigeon. Hey, Remy, my brother. Salute, man. Always a pleasure to see you in here. And as you can see, we've come a long way with this program. We got some great questions on here, some great graphics in the background. The correct answer, 100%. Everybody got this one. Mike Tyson. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for playing. The next question coming up in just a second. Just enough time to take a bong, Remy. I'll do this one in your honor, my brother. Salute my man, Remy. Who was disqualified for hitting below the belt in 1996 against Riddick Bowe? Another simple one. 1, was it Tommy Morrison? 2, Larry Holmes? 3, Joe Frazier? Or 4, Andrew Galata? The famous king of the low blows. Who was it? You know, I think I'm going to do a freaking blast on the... I got some live resin sugar. I forgot all about that. And I got the dab torch, and I got the freaking all weapons to use it. A simple question. Like I said, the early ones are going to be real easy. So don't give yourself any false sense of confidence, because I'm going to stick you with some hard ones. Everybody got this one once again. Hey, I got 5 loyal people. I appreciate you cats in here playing. 2025, I don't know who you are, bro, but until I find out, you're more than welcome. If I find out you're one of my few arch enemies on YouTube, then I'll block you. If you're not, I'll give you a wrench. And, hey, welcome to the game, right? Welcome to the game. Next question. Louis Resto infamously removed padding from his gloves in a 1983 bout. Who was his trainer? 1, was it Panama Lewis? 2, Freddie Roach? 3, Emmanuel Stewart? Or 4, Angelo Dundee? As I cook this tool and wait for the window to close, the answers to be computed, and the winner to be posted. Let me do a quick rip on this dab. Oh yeah. Panama Lewis. Very, very famous time in boxing. This was at the Madison Square Garden on the Roberto Duran undercard, Davey Moore undercard, and shocking as it was. Who was accused of using plaster of Paris in his hand wraps before a 2009 fight? 1, was it Zab Judah? 2, Shane Mosley? 3, Oscar De La Hoya? Or 4, Antonio Margarito? This was live last night at Maple Leaf Jazz Club in New Orleans. The George Porter Trio. Music is my life. I went to a folk festival this weekend. I dig on the jazz all night long. I don't know what I'd do without music. But who was accused of putting a plaster in his hand wraps? Everybody knows this one. Let's see, 100% correct answer on this. The correct answer is, as we all know, Antonio Margarito, 100% on this one. Let me do another blast here. And the next question is coming up. That's question number what? What are we on up to? Like question number 5? There's quite a few, so let's see what we got here. Which fighter bit opponent Lennox Lewis on the shoulder during a brawl at a press conference? This was just before a fight. 1, was it Mike Tyson? 2, Hasim Rahman? 3, Evander Holyfield? Or 4, David Tua? I don't want to give any hints because I know you're all going to get it right anyway, but this wasn't even unexpected when it happened. It was like, whoa, can you believe it? This man needs a rabies shot. But of course, we all know it was Mike Tyson. Man, I love smoking weed. 100% Mike Tyson. I'm gonna do something. The questions quicker. Let's see if I can do it here. Yes, I think I can. What WBA heavyweight champion was known for excessive holding and headbutting, leading to numerous fouls? One, was it Vladimir Klitschko? Two, Michael Mora? Three, John Ruiz? Or four, Chris Bird? How come my boys aren't playing already? What are they doing? They're taking a break back there. Let me go forward a little bit. There we go. Come on. There we go, guys. Come on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But who was known for a two-time heavyweight champion, believe it or not, was known for excessive holding, headbutting. I mean, it was a boring. We were glad when he finally got out of the game. This was probably one of your most boring heavyweight champs of all time. And who was it? Hey, JD, salute, bro. The correct answer, John Ruiz, Johnny Ruiz. Sliding counter got that one right. Yeah, man, Johnny Ruiz, all he would do is hug you. Remember his fights with Holyfield were so boring, and Rockman fights, and oh man, he was just a hugger. Johnny Ruiz. Who discovered the plaster in Antonio Margarito's hand wraps? One, was it the Nevada Boxing Commissioner? Two, was it Nassim Richardson? Three, was it Mills Lane? Or four, was it Jack Mosley? Thank you for coming in, my brother. I am so sick of YouTube channels, man. I'm almost not even watching them anymore. There's only a few of them that talk boxing the way I like to hear it be talked, and not bore the hell out of me with fanboyism. So I had to come out for it. But I've been streaming old series, old freaking YouTube series, and not YouTube, different pay services out there. But anyway, sir, I've been watching this program called The Supernatural. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was it's a series. It's been on for like 10 years, and it's these two brothers, and their father got killed doing this ghost hunting, the supernatural exorcism and stuff, and they just drive all around the country in this classic 1970 Chevy Impala, killing ghosts and chasing stuff, and it was very cool stuff. George Jakovic, what are you saying about that, Remy? What was George Jakovic? Let me resume this here. Not that. Resume the game. There we go. Nassim Richardson. Everybody got that one right too. 100%. But yeah, man, I've been just watching watching YouTube streaming series. I'm getting fucking high right now. Ricardo Mayorga was famous for what unsportsmanlike behavior before the fights? One, was he throwing stools? Three, spitting on fans? Four, smoking cigarettes at weigh-ins? Or four, slapping referees? What was the crazy Colombian Ricardo Mayorga? And he seemed to have he had the dude who beat Shane Mosley twice. He beat him. I can't think of his name right now. The welterweight passed away, was murdered, man. Fucked up. But hey, D1, how we doing, brother? Salute, man. Salute. Ricardo Mayorga, smoking cigarettes at the weigh-in, man. Crazy bastard. Shane Mosley slapped a cigarette out of his mouth at one way, and it was funny. But Don King loved him. He was a bad boy. Belongs in this quiz. Spitting at fans. Now, I don't think that would go over big, man. What boxer? There was boxers out there, I'm sure that did. We'd have to Google it and find out, but I'm sure there was some freaking badass boxers who done it. What boxer was fined for kissing an opponent during the weigh-in? And if you remember this one. 1 was a Shannon Briggs, 2 Oliver McCall, 3 James Toney, or 4 Derek Chisora. Hey, Technique, bro, how you doing, man? George Jakovic caught him. Hey, I wouldn't doubt it, man. George is the man on the scene. He was HBO in the back during that operation. But what boxer was fined for kissing his opponent during the weigh-in? Kind of on the gay side, and he paid for it. Which one was it? Briggs, McCall, Toney, or Chisora? Derek Chisora. 2025 seems to be the first guy on the button here. I don't know who he is. It's a newly created account today. So we got to get one of our IP specialists to track him down. Maybe Pigeon. Somebody with some vast boxing knowledge. So it can't be Slugger Sam. But I'm trying to think who makes those troll accounts like that. But anyway, let's get to the next question. James Butler sucker punched Richard Grant after losing in their 2001 fight. What was the result of it? 1, there was no punishment. 2, he was suspended for 3 months. 3, he was fined $10,000. Or 4, he was arrested and jailed in the ring. And this was a crazy time in boxing. I watched this live, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It was on I think it was on ESPN Thursday night fights or something, and it was like, "Whoa!" Policeman came in the ring. It was crazy. It was a crazy time. And then, this James Butler, this was only his first foray into the violence in the world of boxing. He was involved in some other crazy shit, but we had a high rate. Let me see. I think if I can see if I do this, and 4 others. See, for me to see that on the screen, I have to make the screen smaller with more of me on there. I'd rather have more of the question on there. So we'll go back to the old screen format. But it does count any votes, not only the ones that are listed on there. All your other votes are being counted. So appreciate the participation. Which boxer did not serve time for sexual assault? Of these 4 fighters, who didn't serve time for sexual assault? 1, Tony Ayala Jr., 2, Mike Tyson, 3, Ike Iwabuchi, or 4, Hector Camacho? Not the most notorious tag to have slapped on you when you're in the joint. And which one of these guys did not? Hey, George Porter on that bass. He's a monster. Chris Atkins doing the lead guitar work. This is the kind of jazz I bop to. When I'm driving, this is what I listen to. Macho Camacho, 100% got this one right. What question was that? Let me see where we're at. We're on question 8, so a couple more. We'll look at the scoreboard. I'll get my bong water cleaned out, get some fresh stuff in here, and a little mouthful of water, a little stretch, and back to the game. But here comes question number 8. The bad boys in boxing. Hey, Gold Eye, bro, salute, man. Which boxer received criticism for taunting and mocking opponents mid-fight? This was back in the day. In the middle of the fight, he'd be screaming. The referee wouldn't know what to do. 1 was it Muhammad Ali, 2 Mike Tyson, 3 Macho Camacho, or 4 Floyd Mayweather Jr. Who mocked their opponents mid-fight? Who was crazy enough to do that? Like, what's my name? Shit like that. A lot of people hated him because of it.
I'm doing for people all the work. I do me better on this street. Why don't you check out your mind? Check it out. Spend with you all the time. Why don't you check out your mind?
Hey, come on, troll, please. Who did Mike Tyson say he wanted to do to Lennox Lewis's children? 1, did he want to train them? 2, did he want to fight them? 3, did he want to eat them? Or 4, did he want to adopt them? And then after that, he said, "Praise be to Allah." The correct answer. I gotta blow my schnoz too. Eat them. 100% got that one. Skip the question. This program is messing up on me. I'm trying to switch it quick to not to lag right here to get to the next question, and it's not responding. Which boxer was caught with loaded gloves in a fight that permanently injured Billy Collins Jr.? 1, was it Wilfred Benitez? 2, Pernell Whitaker? 3, Meldrick Taylor? Or 4, Luis Resto? This one should be pretty easy. Mr. P. I thank you for the views. I guess I got to hit you with all my weapons tonight. You know what you do if you go through StreamYard, you block an IP and it really fucks up the troll. But I won't be doing that. Panama with a snake. Once again, 100% got that one right, and that was what? That was question. Skip to question 15. This fucking thing is looking like it's driving me kind of crazy. We can't be on question 15 already, can we? Yeah, I guess we are. Which boxer was disqualified for biting his opponent's neck in a 1999 fight? 1, was it Nigel Benn? 2, Nassim Hamad? 3, Mike Tyson? Or 4, Adrian Dotson? And this one we remember too. The guy's name was Alan Bonamain. Is that his name? The opponent that got bit? I think so. But which one of these cats was it? I think this was another one of those ESPN fights. Or maybe HBO. Everything just kind of comes together, you know. But Adrian Dodson, 100% got that one right too. What we'll do now, we will pause the game. We'll display the leaderboard. We'll see who's been in charge here, the top players. Sliding counter. 15 out of 15. And Remy with 14 out of 15. 2025 with 13. Angel Diaz with 13. Justin James, 8. Stone Cold with 5. JD, the white man, the angry white man, and Technique all on the scoreboard here, man. Appreciate that. Hey, my brother Yankee Kyle, man, how you doing, my man? Long time no sees, brother. Long time no sees. Good to see you in here, man. I'm doing a little boxing trivia, bro. I'm taking just a few seconds break right now. What I gotta do is let me move that. I gotta go change my bong water. And I'll be right back. Back again. Got a nice clean toke too. And we will. Hey, Mick Smith, my brother. Salute, man. Salute. Mick Smith is the bad boy of YouTube. We fit right in here. We're doing the bad boys of boxing. We bring this right back in here. Resume this shit show. And next question will start in just a few seconds. Just enough time for me to do another toke off this nice clean bong. And here we go, man. That's a dude. His name is Chris Atkinson. He's kick-ass, Mick Smith, huh? Which boxer was disqualified for biting his opponent's neck? That was okay. Here we go. Which fighter famously said, "I want to eat his children" about an opponent? These are getting a little too easy, but they're gonna get harder. Shannon Briggs, Mike Tyson, Deontay Wilder, or Buster Douglas? See, we start them off real easy, but we got somebody here who's playing 100%. Man, that's dangerous. Sliding counter. Look out, bro. Look out. Some of these I just left them in there. But if the sliding counter continues on this winning thing of his, yeah, Mick Smith. This is a very cool band here. It's George Porter. Guy's a New Orleans bass player. He plays with Neville Brothers. He's that style, that New Orleans funk, and he plays every night live at the Maple Leaf Bar. And this was last night's performance. I always use it because they never copyright me, and it's so kick-ass, man. 100% on this one once again. So I'm gonna. Which fighter said famously? I'm talking to the last question. This program is kind of pissing me off. There we go. Which boxer mocked Freddie Roach's Parkinson's disease before a fight? 1, was it Victor Ortiz? 2, Julio Cesar Chavez? 3, Canelo Alvarez? Or 4, Antonio Margarito? Which boxer mocked Freddie Roach's Parkinson's disease before a fight? And this was big. But Manny Pacquiao made sure that the revenge was served sweet. Hey, cool, brother. Salute, man. Watch out for Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's very, very undiscretional out there, man. You could be collateral damage. You get in the way of those clowns. Have a great time. Smoke some Maui Wowie. And congratulations to your parents on their 40th. Antonio Margarito. A couple of cats said Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but no, the correct answer, Margarito. Pacquiao made him pay. Yes. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Next question coming right up. Who fought dirty by repeatedly elbowing and headbutting during matches? 1, was it Joe Calzaghe? 2, was it Evander Holyfield? 3, was it Carl Froch? Or 4, Andre Ward? Whew, this could be almost any one of these cats. So this is kind of a generic question, man. It's all over the board, but who's known for having that 3rd or 4th fist with an elbow and a headbutt?
If I'm not mistaken, it's one gate to
the correct answer, of course. And the fight that he had with Hasim Rahman, that fucking creature growing on Rahman's head, that was the most bizarre one I've ever seen, man. That was just, that was scary. Which boxer's husband was convicted of attempting to murder her in 2012? 1, was it Layla Ali? 2 was it Jacqueline Frazier? 3 was it Frida Foreman? Or 4 was it Christy Martin? This is a bizarre incident in the annals of boxing. You listen to her story, she wakes up and he freaking left her for dead. Hey, Graham Fishburne TV, salute, bro. Who was it out of these 4 pioneers of the female boxing industry? Yeah, McSmith, if you're out there, you can see this guitar player, man. Chris Atkins. He makes that bad boy moan. Next question coming up in just a few seconds. But this was once again 100%er. Everybody got it. This welterweight of the 30s and 40s was known for his constant use of illegal tactics like headbutts, low blows, elbows, and even thumbing his opponent's eyes. 1 was it Tommy Bell, 2 was it Ralph Zanelli, 3 was it Jake LaMotta, or 4 was it Fritzy Zivic? This is a little bit of history here, but if you know it, you know it, man. This was one of the cats now. Oh, he would be beautiful in the ring today. I could see him getting in there with Boots Ennis, just fucking him up with the knees and the fucking elbows and the thumbs, and oh God, this cat was avoided, highly avoided. The fucking screaming, the squirming. Nobody got this one right, man. It was Fritz. Oh yeah, we got one person that got this one right. Graham Fishburne. Graham knows his stuff out there. The correct answer, Fritzy Zivic. But I respect everybody for even taking a guess, because you got a 25% chance of getting it. And secondly, you remember this and you won't forget it. It's going to be a little bit more history in the brain. What 70s heavyweight was known for his rabbit punching? 1 was it Ken Norton, 2 Joe Frazier, 3 Jerry Quarry, or 4 Chuck Wepner?
If I took the time to replace what my mind erased.
And this cat, talk about rabbit punches. Ali was like screaming at the referee in the fight with him. He actually fought Andre the Giant, and he was freaking rabbit punching Andre the Giant until Andre got sick of it, gave him a giant headbutt. And Andre, his head is about the size of a fucking garbage can. Knocked him over the top ropes. And it was legit too. Andre had it with it, but devastatingly, Chuck Wepner. And we got 100% on that one once again. See, it even tells you. It doesn't tell you exactly who got it, but if I go to this screen, it says and 3 others. But then that's too much of me and too less of the question in there. So I'd rather keep it like that. Next question coming right up here, man, as we're buzzing right along in this contest. Who was stripped of his title for testing positive for cocaine after a major title fight? 1 was it David Benavidez, 2 was it Danny Garcia, 3 was it Amir Khan, or 4 was it Adrian Broner?
Mama told me I was best. She opened and punched in my chest. Son, I'll be strong, let me take you home.
Do me a favor and hit the like button, of course, but share this show, because this way other people get to see it. We get more people to participate. It makes the contest harder. I mean, we got 4 or 5 people in here. It's easy. It's fun, but it's easy. I like it when it's hard, you know. Get more participants. Let people know, because ain't nobody doing this on YouTube, bro. Ain't nobody got trivia, boxing trivia. Come on. You gotta come see Bruce Gas, and you're more than welcome over here. Everyone's welcome. Even the trolls, until we find out who you is. But the next question coming right up here. No, we got to find out the answer to this one. Benavidez. Everybody got this one right. Yep, never lost a fight in the ring, but lost it on the scales and lost it to the Snowman. Yes, they are Slide Encounter. Let your friends know about it, bro. Riddick Bowe sucker punched his opponent during a press conference. 1 was it Lionel Butler, 2 was it Larry Donald, 3 was it Jorge Luis Gonzalez, or 4 was it Evander Holyfield? And this was another HBO interesting. All of a sudden, the guy's sitting there and freaking Riddick Bowe. It wasn't a slap. It was a fucking right hand. Boom! He nailed him. You could hear the smack of the flesh. He won the fight as soon as he did it. The correct answer, number 2, Larry Donald. He didn't know what to do in that fight. He was afraid he was going to get sucker punched again. I mean, Riddick Bowe, not a guy to mess with. I met him before. He was like a mountain next to me, you know? I couldn't believe how big the fucking guy was. Friendly, get him mad, he'd tear your head off. A sucker punch like that, I'd be meeting my maker. But Larry Donald. And Larry, we didn't hear much of him after that. You know, he was up and coming, and we were expecting a tremendous fight with him and Riddick. Never turned out to be that. It was over before the bell rang. Buster Douglas won by disqualification when he was knocked out after the bell rang for the first round against who? Remember this? Buster's comeback. 1 was at Oliver McCall, 2 was at Louis Monaco, 3 was at Lou Severisi, or 4 was at Evander Holyfield. If that music's too loud, let me know. I can turn it down, but to me it's just right. I don't want to drown out my voice. But I do like having it in the background, especially for something like this. You remember this fight? It was on CBS Sports Spectacular. As soon as the bell rang, Buster got tagged and he couldn't continue. The fight was over. We were bumming. And who was the fighter? Louis Monaco. He was built like a brick shithouse. He looked like a bodybuilder. And he never panned out. But the correct answer, 2025, was the first one on the button. Other people, many other you cats got that one. I can't even see it. It's going by so fast. My eyeballs are out of focus. What heavyweight champion attempted to purposely headbutt opponents to gain advantage? He admitted to purposely headbutting opponents to gain advantage. Who was it? 1 was it Lennox Lewis, 2 Ken Norton, 3 George Foreman, or 4 Evander Holyfield? A little repetitive of one of the other questions, but nonetheless. And this is the 25th question, so we'll take a look at the scoreboard to see who's in the lead. As soon as this question is officially terminated, we'll go to the leaderboard. Hey, Danger, salute my bro. 100% on this one. We're gonna pause this bad boy. We're gonna go to the leaderboard and see who's. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm on the just I can see it, but let me display the leaderboard. There we go. And Slide Encounter 24 out of 25. I don't know which one you missed, but you must hit the wrong button. Remy with 22, man. 2025, 21. Angel Diaz with 20. Justin James with 16. Stone Cold with 5. JD came in recently. Graham's got 1. DM with 1. Technique with 1. I thought you had more, Graham. I think this thing is messing up here, but we'll get back to the game. If you cats don't mind sticking around for the second half, we will resume it. Which boxer was found guilty of domestic violence and served jail time? 1 was it Ricky Hatton, 2 was it Oscar De La Hoya? 3 was it Manny Pacquiao? Or 4 was it Floyd Mayweather Jr.? CJ Rich, salute. Ice cream cake fortified with platinum blonde crumble. Floyd Mayweather Jr. And 3. Everybody got this one right. Next question coming right up, and it is. This boxer was arrested in 2016 and charged with assault and robbery. Was it 1 was it Terrence Crawford, 2 was it Keith Thurman, 3 was it Errol Spence Jr., or 4 Adrian Broner? Slide Encounters, very key, very good with this trivia, man. Got a keen boxing mind and quick on the draw with the buttons too. So just the kind of person to ace these trivias. The correct answer is Adrian, the problem, Broner. Everybody got this one right.
Michael Lemon on keyboards and vocals. Chris Atkins on guitar and vocals. I'm George Cody Jr. on bass and vocals. We're going to take a short pause.
Oh, no, you're not. We're going to get you back on the stage. There we go. Which boxer was suspended for kissing a reporter during a post-fight interview? 1 was it Tyson Fury, 2 was it Kubrat Pulev, 3 Joe Joyce, or 4 Anthony Joshua? Thank you, Danger. Appreciate it. Appreciate the compliment, bro. I do it for the love of competition and boxing and breaking up this monotony of this boring YouTube stuff that's going on, man, you know? Everything's all opinionated. Let's get some facts on here. Put it to the test our minds. Get them dusted. And plus get wasted with me at the same time. But which boxer was suspended for kissing a reporter during a post-fight interview? Everybody got this one right, man. Hey, my sister Mahogany Roots, salute to you. The cutest gal on YouTube, man. I was watching her the other night, man. She's so pretty and she's got such a nice channel. God bless you, my sister. Kibra pull up 100%. Next question coming up in 10 seconds, man. 10 seconds. Me too, Mahogany. And anybody out there, man, go sub to MJ's channel. Entertaining as hell. And like I said, man, she's so pretty. Just looking at her makes my night. So shout out to Mahogany Roots. In 1987, Aaron Pryor was arrested for what? Was it rape? 2 was it coke possession? 3 was it assaulting his manager? Or 4 was it arson? What was Aaron Pryor? Arrested many times, but in 1987, this was a serious one. And what was it? The correct answer, Graham knew that one. It was the bad thing. We call it vaporizing on here to be on to keep YouTube censors away from us. But the tragic life of Aaron Pryor. You would think it would be coke possession, but nope. In 1987, he got coke possession a bunch of times. Hey, Just Blaze One, salute my bro. Good to see you in here, man. Definitely. What boxer had 2 championship fights canceled due to failed drug tests? 1 was it Luis Ortiz, 2 Jarrell Miller, 3 Bermain Stavern, or 4 Alexander Povetkin. This one, you kind of got to think too, but it's 2 championship fights. That's what you got to remember. The key word. You got to read the whole question. The whole one. CJ got this one, Alexander Povetkin. The obvious one on there was Jarrell Miller, but his drug test failures were not for championship. Only 1 championship fight. Povetkin, he failed against Wilder, and what was the other one? Joshua? But the correct answer, Alexander Povetkin. They said he used to melt a cup. The next question, this former Floyd opponent was charged with forcible sexual assault and other serious violations. 1 was it Victor Ortiz, 2 was it Miguel Cotto, 3 is it Marcos Mariana, or 4 was it Andre Berto. A lot of bad boys in boxing, man. And this is kind of surprising too, but it's the sad reality of life, man. Some of these guys, they go off the deep end. It's like, how can you fucking do this shit? How can... I don't understand it. I stay insulated, The correct answer, Victor Ortiz. I mean, he was a pretty boy. He had such a career in front of him, but, once he lost to Floyd and then got knocked out by Berto. Hey, Mahogany Roots, thank you so much, my sister. Put some color in the chat. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that like you wouldn't know, man. Peace. Thank you. Next question coming up in just a few seconds. This mobster was known as the Tsar of Boxing for his role in fixing fights. Oh, damn, a double up. Thank you so much, sister. 1 was it Vincent Giante, 2 was it Jimmy Doyle, 3 was it Frankie Cabo, or 4 was it Al Capone. He was known as the Tsar of Boxing for his role of fixing fights. A mobster, I mean, these guys are from the 50s, the era. Which one was it? Vinny the Chin Giante, who was a former boxer himself, fixed fights. Jimmy Doyle, another one of them sleazeball promoters back there. Frankie Cabo, one of the worst, and Al Capone, the king, man. Hey, Angel, salute, brother. Have a glass of Chianti with her tomorrow night, my man. Frankie Cabo, one of the shadiest guys in boxing. Kept so many fighters from receiving title shots. Fixed so many fights. I couldn't only imagine how many people he erased off this earth. But the correct answer was Cabo. Then he said Al Capone. This mobster, a friend of Frankie Cabo and boxing promoter who fixed fights, was known as Blinky. What was his name? Was it Sammy Gravano? 2 was it Frank Palermo? 3 was it Don King? Or 4 was it Buddy De La Rosa? They'd be talked of side by side. They even had a name. What do they call them? The construction crew, I believe. But they were Frankie Cabo and Blinky Palermo. 100% got this one right once again. We made them on a, they're kind of basic, but they're the bad boys of boxing. Other people don't want to watch the sport because of, and it goes on forever. The road goes on forever, Next question, coming right up. What did James Scott get convicted of, sending him off to Rahway State Prison? 1, was it selling drugs? 2, was it armed robbery and murder? 3, was it just armed robbery? Or 4, was it just murder? James Scott, the TV matinee who fought out of Rahway State Prison, fought Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, Yaki Lopez, everybody until Dwight Mohammed Kwawi goes in there and beats him. But what did he go in there for? What was he convicted of? Take a guess. He wasn't a nice guy. I think it was a little more than selling drugs that put him in there for life. The correct answer, armed robbery and murder, the daily double. Sliding counter, and Remy got that one right. Moving right along. Just enough time for me to do a poke on here. I think I'll do a dab my next one. And once again, MJ, if you're still here, my sister, gracias. Thank you so much for that donation. But next question, I was reading the old question here. That's how high I am. I need another bomb, yeah. This promoter of Muhammad Ali professional sports was jailed for defrauding Wells Fargo out of $23 million. 1, was it Robert Antonelli? 2, was it John Condon? 3, was it Harold Smith? Or 4, was it Carl King? You got it, Justin James. I wish I could give you a contact high here, bro, because I'm flush. I got so much weed right now.
See me.
6 different strains of flour, 6 different concentrates.
Oops.
What else is there?
That's off the puller's pocket. We're gonna do the first title song.
Harold Smith. And this guy promoted some killer fights. He had a big one promoted for Madison Square Garden. He was going to promote the original Jerry Cooney and Ken Norton, and the card was crazy. The card that he had on there, he had all kind of fights going on, man. It was Alex DeGuayo, Sean O'Grady were fighting each other. Eddie Mustafa Muhammad and Matthew Saad Muhammad. It was nuts, but Wells Fargo found out he was stealing all the money from them. This former convict and future boxing legend said, after witnessing an inmate murdered over a pack of cigarettes, made him focus on boxing. Who was it? 1, was it Iran Barkley? 2, was it Ernie Shavers? 3, was it Eddie Mustafa Muhammad? Or 4, was it Bernard Hopkins?
See me.
Imagine that over a pack of cigarettes, murdered. Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, no. B-Hop, yes. Almost everybody got it. It was Bernard Hopkins. And it's probably so common too, Damn. This boxer strangled and threw his wife off of a balcony. He was convicted of homicide and only sentenced to 11 years in prison. 1, was it Trevor Berbick? 2, was it Ron Lyle? 3, was it Frank Fletcher? Or 4, was it Carlos Monzon? And you can't even smoke them anywhere anymore, Angel. You have to I think vapes are more valuable right now. But anyway, who was this legendary boxer? Crazy. And he was on a furlough. They give him furloughs from prison too. Imagine that. Was it Jeffrey Epstein? No. Was it Carlos Monzon? Yes. King Carlos. Crazy, violent. Only lost 3 times. Only lost twice, and he avenged both of those losses. 100 fights. Was he the best of all time? Damn well close. This boxer served 17 months for interstate domestic violence. Who was it? 1, was it Riddick Bowe? 2, Mike Tyson? 3, Floyd Mayweather? Or 4, Adrian Broner? 17 months for interstate domestic violence. I didn't even know that was a charge, but it is apparently. Notice I put it in parentheses. Big Daddy Bo. He kidnapped his children and took him and his wife and took him across state lines, and they dropped the charges down to interstate domestic assault. He could have been facing life, but anyway, it was Riddick Bowe. Another one of the bad boys of boxing. I've had the pleasure of speaking to him several times, man. I got to get him on the show. He's always got an excuse. One of these days, guaranteed. Especially if you see him this. This former contender served over 5 years in prison for cocaine trafficking and became a world-class trainer when he was released. 1, is it Tommy Brooks? 2, Teddy Atlas? 3, Sam Solomon? Or 4, Floyd Mayweather Sr.?
2 weeks to fuck it up.
Interesting one on this one.
Tour tomorrow morning.
I mean, he's got
about 2 weeks.
a very interesting story. It's short, but it's interesting. I mean, the window's closed. The correct answer would be number 4, Floyd Mayweather Sr. Crazy life, but he did become a world-class trainer after doing over 5 years for cocaine trafficking. Danger 2025 and Angel were the first ones on that one. But these aren't easy questions, so the answers are all over the board. They would be for me too. I wouldn't get half of these. I had to go and look all the answers up and make all the questions up, man. Jake LaMotta served 6 months on a chain gang. For what crime? 1, was it enabling the prostitution of a minor? 2, was it serving an underage woman liquor? 3, was it selling drugs? Or 4, was it domestic violence? Jake LaMotta, 6 months on the chain gang. And what was the charge?
He's watching us. He's already sending text messages.
Oh, he got shot, Remy.
When you said name up in lights,
He held Floyd up as a human shield. He got shot in the legs. The guy, it was his fucking brother-in-law. He said, "Oh yeah," boom, shot him in the legs. But no, he lived a crazy life. But he was the shootee. But Jake LaMotta served 6 months on the chain gang. What did old Jakey do? He did a lot of crazy things, but Jack Johnson was in, and everybody got this one right, that one right. Jack Johnson was in prison for violating this act. 1, was it the Mann Act? 2, was it sexual assault? 3 was it kidnapping, or 4 was it interracial marriage? Yeah, I think I gave it away with the question, but only because I read it wrong. But you must forgive me. Hey, my bro, Wheelchair John, salute, man. Thank you much for stopping by, brother. Wheelchair John's always participates very well in these trivias. Writes some great comments to my posts, and all around great boxing fan. And he's definitely belongs here. But what was Jack Johnson in prison for? The Mann Act. The correct answer. Interracial marriage. No, they got the Mann Act. That was transporting cross state lines. That was the felony conviction right there. That's why he had to leave the country. Danger, Angel, Remy, Slide Encounter, and Justin, my brother Justin. Everybody's doing awesome in here. It's blowing my mind how much you know. These questions are just too easy for you. Johnny Tapia was sent to prison several times for this. 1 was it selling weed, 2 was it robbing drugstores, 3 was it cocaine, or 4 was it assaulting people? Johnny Tapia, what a tragic story. And watching his fights, they loved him in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Sold out the arena there. They had to build a brand new arena for him. I mean, just amazing. He had a fight with Danny Romero, crosstown rivalry, drew the whole attention of the country. But his downfall, he loved that cocaine. Almost everybody got that one right. 'Cause, I mean, this is trivia, but it's almost just like sitting back and just talking boxing. Because you cats got all. I ask the questions and you cats give me the answer, and it's like I said, it's like just talking some good old fashioned boxing. Michael Nunn got 24 years for this. 1 was it trying to sell cocaine to undercover cops. 2 was it soliciting minors. 3 was it attempted murder, or 4 was it armed robbery. What did Michael second to none? What was he charged with? And I talked to this guy on a panel once. He invited me. He says, if you're ever in Omaha, well, I can't remember where he lives, but he said, you ever around here? I'm gonna buy you a steak dinner. And my wife, we almost said, let's get in a fucking plane and go visit him. I think it was Bismarck or South Dakota, or wherever Michael Nunn lives, man. But I was on a panel with him on Major Keys about three years ago. He just got out of jail, and when I started talking to him and bringing up some good memories and some bad ones, but he dug the reality of it all. But he was trying to sell cocaine to undercover cops. He went Hollywood, man. He was as big as any boxer out there today. But he bought the whole thing. He wasn't like these cats who just stay home, like Bud Crawford. He stays in Omaha with his family, and even Canelo Alvarez. He keeps a low key. Michael Nunn bought the Hollywood. He went out there. This former Mike Tyson opponent is serving 105 years without parole for robbery, carjacking, and a shootout with police. Who is it? 1 is it Tyrell Biggs, 2 Pinklin Thomas, 3 Jesse Ferguson, or 4 Clifford Etienne. We got you, Justin. We got you. And this is crazy. I think it was like 120 years, and they dropped it to 105 without parole. Oh. Makes you really appreciate your freedom when you think about something like that. 100% knew that one. Diego Corrales served 14 months in prison for this. 1. Did he beat up a drug dealer? 2. Assaulting his pregnant wife? 3. Robbing a bank? Or 4. Extortion? What did Diego Corrales serve 14 months in prison for? Time for some water. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Blood Boxing and Fistiana have made this for me and sent it to me, and I use it every day. I fill it, try to fill it 4 or 5 times a day. My man Michael Hunter made some hydration drink. I told him send me a case. Miles said he was going to, but I haven't had it come yet. I got my funky shirt with all the boxes on there today, though. Maybe I'll show you that before I go off the air. But what did Diego Corrales? What did this crazy, the late Diego Corrales, put on great fights for us? Died in a motorcycle accident. But when a judge gives you 14 months, he must have put a beat down on her, assaulted his pregnant girlfriend. 100%. Tommy Morrison was sentenced to 2 years in prison for multiple charges, including 1. Weapons offenses and driving violations. 2. Kidnapping and sexual assault. 3. Forging and cashing prescriptions. Or 4. Bank robbery. What was Tommy the Duke Morrison sentenced to 2 years in the joint for doing?
Sometimes when the lights are low, I remember friends I used to know. Their faces always smile at me, bringing back such memories.
Kidnapping and sexual assault? No. It was weapons offenses and driving violations. Why is it? It's only showing up on the Facebook screen, and Facebook's got it where I can't advertise it to anybody to watch the show. So I used to get a ton of people watching it, but anyway, I got to figure out how to switch it around. Hurricane Carter's 20 years in prison was overturned. Why? 1, was it for prostitutorial? I'm not even going to touch it again. Misconduct. 2, a presidential pardon. 3, a mercy release. Or 4, a lying witness recanted. Was it prostitutorial misconduct? Was it a presidential pardon, a mercy release, or a lying witness recanted?
It all started when I was young, all the way back around 61.
Everyone got this 100% in 2. See how I fix it like this? 100% in 3 others. Weird how this thing works over here. But we're moving right along, man. We've got 2 more questions to go. Or 3 more, actually. Boxer Edwin Valario died in prison after killing his wife. How did he die? 1, was it an overdose? 2, was he killed by guards trying to escape? 3, was he killed by another inmate? Or 4, did he hung himself? 2 more to go, Remy. We're gonna know it. We're gonna know it immediately, bro. We got 2 more to go, and the score will be displayed. And I have no idea who's ahead. I didn't want to go for early ones because it kind of takes the excitement out. But how did Edwin Valaro die in prison? And this guy was all knockout victories, just a violent man in and out of the ring. He fucked up. He hung himself, 100% on that one. 49, question number 49 coming up. Ike Iabuchi just returned after 26 years away from the game. Why was he locked up? 1, was it assault on a minor? 2, was it the Alford plea for charges on sexual misconduct? 3, was it aggravated larceny? Or 4, was it aggravated assault? Ike Iabuchi. What was he locked up for? Locked up and deported. I mean, it's a good thing that the ICE would have gotten rid of him way quicker. Like, we know he's not going to have any chance of fighting in the United States. But what was his charge? They put him in jail. Alford plea.
It's not like it's bringing me down. I just miss getting them around. And sometimes when the lights are low, remember Earl, Snook, and Bo.
The next question is the last question. A couple said aggravated assault on the last one, but the Alford plea. What was Sweet Pea Whitaker in prison for? 1, was it violating terms on a probation order imposed for cocaine possession? 2, was it stealing a car? 3, was it for robbing a drug dealer? Or 4, was it for assaulting his girlfriend? Sorry, Remy. But see, a lot of times, if you're not one of the top 5 punches, but we'll see when we get to the final score, which will come right up after this one. But he was in prison for violating the terms of his probation imposed for cocaine possession. Yup, the thing about Sam, what's happening? Is that Slugger Sam? I'm not sure, man. I can't really tell. But if it is, he's dead to me. I don't know what Sam it is. But we'll see as the game goes on here. That was the last question. And that like almost brings us to the end. And sliding counter. Sliding counter is in first place with 41 correct out of the 50 questions. Good going, my man. 25-25. I don't know who he is, but he got 38. Remy got you for 37, bro. So it kind of got all your things on there, man. Not too bad at all. Okay, not slug. That's good. That's good. Other players, but the top sliding counter, man. Shout out to you, brother. 25-25. 38. Remy 37. The other top players, Jose Diaz just behind with 36, Justin James with 32, Danger with 13, CJ Rich, boxing and bullshit with 12, Wheelchair John coming late, but he got all the ones when he came in, Stone Cold, stuck around for a few, Graham Fishburne, JD, appreciate you cats coming in here, D1, Technique, and John McSmith, who bopped in for a little bit. And hey, that's what we do it on YouTube. We stop in, we say hi, we play the game for a little while. But you cats who stay for the whole thing, man, you are the true troopers. You are definitely the main players over here. And sliding counter, you're getting too good at this. I'm putting you in that category with Joe. There's a few of you cats that win every time you come in here, and you're getting to be quite the man with these games here. We will do it again shortly. Beautiful stuff once again. Made my evening. I appreciate that guy. Salute to you, bro. Good to see you in here, man. Angel Diaz, man, you're my bro. Angel Diaz. Every time I put something on Facebook, you get right on it. You must have that thing hooked up on your phone where, bing. You get notified every time somebody notifies you, man. Okay. Facebook typo. Whatever it may be, man. Bruce Gadd. Hey, Remy, man. Thank you so much, man. That's two nice super chats I got tonight. And I never expect those, and it's cool because you got to get like $100 before you get the money from YouTube, and I think I got about like 70 or $80 in there last time I looked, but it builds up slowly, and then you get a surprise check, and it's like so cool, man, so cool. Always appreciate it, and Remy, you always come through. You've been helping me out from day one. You send me stuff, and you support my channel, and you're just a cool dude, bro. Very generous, very good heart, man. You know, gracious stuff, bro. And it doesn't go unappreciated. My wife loves you. I love you. We all love you, Remy. Shout out to you, brother. I'll have to ship you off some gummies. Right now, the gummies melt. I got to figure out a way to keep them solidified. I think if you pack them in dry ice, but that's crazy. But when the weather gets cooler, we'll get back in the gummy prize business. But now, like I said, man, I brought some down the beach with me last week. I put like 4 of them in a plastic bag. I was going to give them to this guy, and they turned to freaking liquid before I even got them out of my pocket. They were half liquid already. I'm like, oh shit. So it's not gummy season yet, but it'll eventually be. And I appreciate everybody who came in here once again. You wouldn't really. I really mean it. Anybody that comes in and plays this game, it's like a visit, man. Because the way things are, I don't go out much anymore. And now it's going to be even less because the next town over from me, Portsmouth, Rhode Island. If you Google Portsmouth, Rhode Island and ice, they're in there now, man. I'm seeing these cats in there with the masks and the hoods on, and these guys, they're not even law people. You can see them; they got their hands in their pockets. They got a couple of yahoos in there, and they busted some immigrant. The local police. Oh my God, rolling with the punches, man. I'm humbled, brother. Salute to my brother rolling with the punches, man. I appreciate that. But Ice knew they busted this guy, and they busted him for sexting. That's what it said in the police report. And I live in a blue state where they don't it's like they don't get along with other government agencies. But ICE was going to go get him, and this police department didn't hold him. And so ICE was waiting outside the police department, and they busted the guy. And so now Trump's gonna say Rhode Island, let's fucking go get Rhode Island, get the National Guard and everything over here. So I got a feeling that it's gonna be crazy. But I mean, you can Google Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and ICE, and it just happened yesterday. And I could walk to Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and I stay in the sun a lot. Some people tell me I look a little bit of Aborigine, so when I walk out there, I got to be careful. I don't carry identification on me most of the time. I got to be real careful. But anyway, man, I'm out of here, man. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. I thank all you cats so much for all your support and all your love you showed tonight. These games are so much fun. Any ideas you have for topics, just type it below, man. Type it in the comments below when I go off the air. And that way I'll remember it'll be in here. And share it, man. Get the word out. Let's get some more competition in here. And I'm out of here, man. Much love. Salute.